morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your host, Data T of the Good Guys channel. Please leave a like on the way in. I'd appreciate it. Today's story comes out of Wichita, Kansas, where this is a constitutional carry state. Title is An SUV is stolen with small children inside and 4 were arrested. Let us dive into this and see what happened.
All right, breaking news tonight from Northwest Wichita. A story we've followed here for a few hours as police say 4 teens are in custody after reportedly stealing an SUV with children inside.
They say it ended with the children's father confronting the teens at gunpoint. Haley Tucker joins us from North Hoover tonight. Haley, what can you tell us?
So before this lady tells us more details, a disturbing trend of what we are seeing now is teenagers committing crimes. They are running amok. Ever since the pandemic, this is what we are seeing more and more of. Let us see how this continues.
Rachel, Mike, I just talked with the father of those children. He says thankfully his children are safe and are now back home and that they are doing well. But there is a lot to this situation. Here at 45th Street North in Hoover is where it ended when the father tracked down his stolen SUV and held a teenage girl who was in the driver's seat at gunpoint. That's when police arrived on scene and took the girl into custody along with 3 other teens. And when the father and police searched the SUV, the father's 2 young children were not inside.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this. See if you can picture this in your mind. Your car is gone with your children inside. You leave the house. I mean, what car did he use? Did he use a spare car? Did another car that he had? And then he just drives. How did he find the vehicle? Did he have an app? Did he have a low jack on this thing? How did he find the car? Miraculously, he does find the car. And when he does find it, his children are not there. He has a gun on these kids and the children are not there. How did this guy find his kids? How did he not start shooting when he didn't see his children? Let's see.
Thankfully, just a short time later, a couple who lived near the area were leaving their home and happened to go down West 53rd Street North. I just talked with that couple. They told me they looked across the field and saw a car seat face down and something moving. That's when the couple found a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old in their car seats. The couple tells me the babies had to have been thrown from the car because they were covered in dirt and vomit and flipped upside down. The couple flagged down police and say the children are thankfully okay.
Now, can you imagine this? You steal a car, children are inside, and rather than stop and put them on the ground while the car is moving, you throw the children out the window. How is this not attempted murder? What would have happened if the children, if this couple did not realize that those children were there? They could have died face down in the dirt. How is this not attempted murder? But they're teenagers. They go to juvie. This is horrible.
So we have a total of 4 suspects in custody. The 2 juveniles that were taken with the stolen vehicle are completely safe and returned back to their parents. The incident with the gun was resolved pretty quickly because once the parent found out their vehicle was stolen, he went and got his own firearm and got in his separate vehicle and started looking the area, and just out of coincidence came across his own vehicle within a short period of time.
So, folks, hats off to the father. This is definitely a good guy. He left his house with another vehicle. He didn't even know he was going to find them. He didn't know. He just stepped out of the house, stepped out and got into the car and just frantically started to look for his children. And he found them. By the grace of God.
Again, we just spoke with the father here tonight, and he tells us that those children are okay and they are back home and safe. Police say that this all started when the children were inside of the SUV parked at the home. The parents left the car for just a brief moment, and that's when police say the 4 teens got in the car and stole it with the children inside. Police now say those 4 teens face kidnapping charges, among other things.
Now, folks, say what you want about the parents. Yes, you can say, hey, they shouldn't have left the kids in the car. But it looks like these teens probably stalked this couple and just waited for their opportunity to pounce. Now they're going to be brought up on kidnapping charges. But since they're teenagers, probably won't see prison. They'll hit juvenile and that'll be it. This is the sad part of the criminal justice system. I think these teenagers, something should happen to them that is a lot worse than what they will get, but probably won't happen. But what do you guys think about the father having his own firearm and the ability to stop that vehicle? This is why you have a gun. And if anybody else says to you, hey, there are no uses, there are no cases of people using their firearms, show them this story. Well, guys, just comment. Leave a like on the way out if you don't mind. Again, this is your host, Data T. And if good guys did nothing, there will be no good guys.